Hi everyone, welcome to MarikaCreations. Today I will share with you 2 wooden DIYs. I have some gnomes for winter Christmas and also a sign for my home, a street sign. Before we get into that, I quickly want to mention that this video is part of the Power Up collab hosted by Zana at OK at Home DIY and Sarah at Can Sarah DIY It. And we are 6 more creators, including myself, participating in this collab. I will have links down in my description to their channels, along with the link to the playlist of this collab. So much inspiration. You can participate in a gift away, a $25 gift card from Amazon. I will tell you more how to participate in this gift away a little later on in this video, so stay tuned for all this. For my first DIY, I have this piece of MDF that I will use to make my gnomes with. So I sketch up just with a pencil on this MDF board, like a body and a hat. Doesn't need to be perfect, we will cover that up later anyways. It's just to have something sturdy to work with, and I make a thinner, taller gnome. And I will also make a smaller one, so I will have 3 gnomes in total, small, medium, large. I will take my jigsaw and cut out my gnomes like you see me do here. Just have a steady hand and work your way along the lines that I've just sketched up. I have placed my MDF board and hold it in place with clamps so it's sturdy and easy to work with, like you see me do here. I also cut out a smaller strip, this one here, that will be the base of my gnomes, but I will cut it into 3 somewhat similar sizes. Just place my gnomes where I need them to be and mark where I need to cut them to size, like so. And then I go to my miter saw and cut them to size. Perfect tool to work with, a miter saw, so if you have one on hand, be sure to use it. Now I'm taking just a sanding block to sand off the edges of my gnomes and the bases. I will make a hole in the base to fit my gnome so it will sit sturdy. So now I'm just taking a pencil to mark how large I need that opening to be, and I do that on all the bases. There are different ways to do this, and I think I didn't try them all, but I tried 3 different ways. The first thing I will do is to take a drill with a drill bit, the size of that opening, the width of the opening, and just make a hole on each end of that opening to be, like so. And here I will try with this hand saw. You need to open it up and put it inside that hole and close it again to be able to saw that opening out, and that worked like a charm. The first one, however, I went with the jigsaw. It worked very well, but the piece is so small and the jigsaw, yeah, I thought it was a bit dangerous. So I decided not to show that. So I prefer this one. But then I remembered I have another tool that I will show you in just a moment. I filed this opening to fit my gnome. Just press it in. This tool right here is a cutting tool, perfect for this kind of work. I just forgot that I had it, so I'm glad I could use it. Really didn't need to make those holes before I cut it open. But anyways, it worked like a charm as well. Just make that opening. Go in with the file. Just bang it in place, my little gnome. Sorry for the shaking there. Like that, perfect. Now I'm taking some wood glue and put in that opening and on the gnome as well, and just press the gnome into place and set it aside to dry for a little bit. And here I'm painting the base, just the base, with a black satin color, and I only applied one coat, and I did the bottom as well. Set them aside to dry for a little bit. While they are drying, I will focus on the noses of my gnomes. I have these wooden beads, but I wanted half beads and I didn't have any on hand. So what do? I just secure that wooden bead right there, and then I take my cutting tool that I used before and just cut it in half. Perfect. Now I'm painting my half beads with just a light beige color, like so, and I applied 3 coats to give it a really good coverage. Now it's time to embellish my gnomes, to make them look like gnomes. So I have this old sweater that I don't use anymore, that I'm cutting a piece of the sleeve like that I will use for the body of the gnome. Cut it to size. And then I will take some hot glue and attach it to the body of the gnome and fold it on the other side, and I will cut off the excess and attach it with some more hot glue like that. And I will have the seam on the front of the gnome because that seam will be covered with his beard. Just place out that half bead, the nose, and I take some faux fur, white faux fur, and cut the beard to size, pretty thin. I want it long and thin, and I always cut it from the back side so I don't cut off that much of the fur, and a triangle to fit around the nose, and then I just attach the nose and the beard with some hot glue like that. Now it's time for the hat of the gnome, and I have another sweater that I will use. My gnomes will be in the grey scale. As you can see, the body light grey and the hats will be in that darker grey color. So I cut a triangle and glue it together, right side to right side. Set it aside to completely dry, and while I'm working on the arms of my gnome, continue with that light grey color, gluing together so I have a small piece that looks like, well, an arm. And then I take some smaller wooden beads. I have already some that have the color black because I will pretend his hand is covered with a black mitten like so. And then I just glue it into place. And the same for the other arm. fold it to make a nice finish, and then glue together, put that wooden bead into place and glue it onto the body. And now I turn the hat right side out and put it on my gnome. Snug fit, perfect. Put some hot glue around the nose and a little dab on the back as well. Now I'm taking some tiny pieces of my faux fur and create a mustache for my gnome. I will dress all my gnomes in the same way. If you're new to my channel, hi! I am Marika, and on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrift flips, decorating, renovation of my home, some pottery, some painting, anything creative really. Please join me, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell and join our YouTube family. The final touch is to embellish their hats with these. I guess they are flowers, but I will pretend they are snowflakes. So I will just put a dab of hot glue and put the snowflakes into place. One on the smaller one, 2 on the medium one, and 3 on the tallest one. And here they are, sitting in my kitchen on a shelf, looking super cute. I like that they are so thin, you can put them on a tiny shelf anywhere in your home. They look fabulous, I think. What do you think? And they are so easy to make as well. For my second DIY, I will make a street sign, and this is how street signs look in France. In our town they are blue, but I want to make them fit into my decor, so I will make them dark red. So I will only make one sign today, and I will use this plywood to do so. So I'm measuring how large I want my sign to be. Just mark it like so. I think they look cute, those signs. The building that we're living in is quite big, and sometimes we joke that it's like a small village, and then I came up with the idea to make signs for the different areas in our home. So I will start with our living space today. I will make those corners like a quarter circle cut out. I will use that drill bit, but first I will make pilot holes right in the corners like so. Change the drill bit and take that bigger one to make that hole. You will see how it will look once I cut everything out. There goes one, and now the other 3, and once I'm done I take my jigsaw and cut out the shape of the sign like this. And plywood is quite easy to work with the jigsaw. Just be sure to press it down on the plywood while working with that saw, otherwise it will shake. Now I'm sanding off the edges to get everything nice and smooth, and take some wood filler to fill in a few holes that was on my board, and also on the edges a little bit where the jigsaw had taken off a few pieces. I'm painting the whole sign with a red color. I applied 2 coats, but the second coat I did mix in some black because I thought it was too bright red, so I wanted to deepen it a bit. So 2 coats back and front of my sign. I had taped off my sign like this to be able to make that border around the sign. I might have some bleed through in the corners there because it was quite tricky to place that masking tape. So I'm just taking a sponge and dabbing my white acrylic along that stripe between the masking tape, and I applied 2 coats. As I said in the beginning of this video is part of the Power Up collab, and we have a giveaway, a $25 gift card from Amazon. And here are the rules if you want to participate. Like and comment the secret word from each video from the playlist. You have to be a US resident. The last day to enter is the 18th of October, and the winner will be announced on the 20th of October. And my secret word is miter saw. Now I'm taking off my masking tape, and it's always exciting to see what it looks like. And the corners looks better than I thought. I have a little bit of touch up to do, but not as much as I was anticipating. Looking good. Perfect. And now for the text. I will do it by hand. Just have this piece of cardboard to know exactly where to put my letters, and I will just use the same white acrylic paint and paint my letters. And it will say Plus Kemps. Plus is like a town square, and Kemps is our last name. And I will go over these letters 3 times with this white acrylic. Last thing I will do is to put 1 coat of this satin finished varnish on the top of my sign, and then put it up in my living space. And here it is, looking pretty, I think. Plus Kemps, one of many signs to come. So tell me, what do you think of my creations today? Did you have a favorite? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video and videos like this, hit that like button and the subscribe button for more inspirational videos. And now it's time to head on over to the playlist of this collaboration for more inspiration and to participate in the giveaway. Thank you so very much for watching. See you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.